Hey, good morning. Today I'm going to be sharing a spicy party bean recipe with you. Super budget friendly. This is a great recipe just to have bean soup, or this is great. I cook a lot of it so that I can have refried beans for the rest of the week. You can also freeze the beans after this recipe to use in other recipes. So I'm going to show you the crockpot version, which is the super easy and you don't have to stand over the stove. Here's the ingredients you're going to need. This makes a big batch. Feel free to half this. I will be halving this today. So you're going to need 1.5 pounds of dried pinto beans, water, 1 1/4 cup cooked chorizo. Feel free to substitute salt, pork, bacon, etc. for that. If you want it spicy, you're going to need to add in some spiciness if you don't use the chorizo. So we'll use 1 tablespoon of oil or lard. I'll be using lard. 1/2 cups of chopped onions. 1 cup of chopped bell pepper. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Teaspoon of black pepper. 1 can, which is like a store-bought can, which is a pint if you home can, of whole tomatoes. Feel free to use fresh tomatoes. Feel free to use crushed tomatoes. I'll be using crushed tomatoes, home canned. And 1/4 cup of sliced fresh jalapenos. I don't have fresh sliced jalapenos, so I'll be using some canned jalapenos for this. So what we're going to do is use beans that we have soaked overnight. Here's my beans. I've soaked them overnight, and now I've poured off the water. Yes, I have a little bit of onion in there because last night when I was cooking, I had a little bit of onion left over, and so I just threw them in with the beans because I'm going to be adding beans anyways. So we're going to pour these into the crock pot and turn the crock pot on high for probably about 3 or 4 hours before we add anything else. So pour the beans in. Cover them a good inch or so with water. Turn it on high and let it cook a while. Okay, the beans have been cooking on high for a few hours. So now at this point I'm going to add in bacon. Feel free here to add like chorizo, salt pork, a ham bone, leftover ham pieces, basically any kind of good pork to give it that flavor and the saltiness. So there we've added in that. It's still on high. We're going to let it cook a couple more hours before we add in the other things.